2 marriages, 1 Broadway sponge, a pop star in her heartbreak era. Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater's relationship didn't just make headlines, it left behind a trail of broken vows, blind items, and fan outrage. But what really happened between Ariana and her husband? And did Ethan blindside his wife and newborn for a pop girl rebound? Because if you thought this was just a messy fling, you haven't heard the full story yet. Ariana and Dalton, the marriage that was already falling apart. At first, Ariana and Dalton Gomez looked like a dream couple, a private wedding, a luxury lifestyle, a pandemic love story turned real. But behind the Instagram filters and blurry wedding pics, things were already crumbling. By 2022, fans started noticing something weird. Dalton was gone. He wasn't showing up in her posts, no public outings, no red carpets, just nothing. And Ariana? She was slowly scrubbing him off her social media, like she never married him. Then came the whispers. Insiders claimed Dalton was struggling with Ariana's fame, her schedule, and the fact that she wasn't ready to slow down. Some say he made rude comments about her body, while others believe he was unfaithful more than once. Ariana never confirmed it directly, but when Eternal Sunshine dropped, oh, she said plenty. I broke your heart 'cause you broke mine. You've been lying to my face, and I just sit and take it. I don't care what people say, we both know I couldn't stay. These weren't breakup ballads. These were receipts. So when Ariana was cast in Wicked and left LA to film in London, was it about the movie? Or was she already looking for her exit? Because if her marriage was already done behind closed doors, then Ethan Slater wasn't the start of the scandal. He was just the next chapter. Ethan Slater, from Broadway husband to pop star side piece. Let's be real, when the Ariana plus Ethan news broke, nobody expected that name. Ethan Slater, the guy who played SpongeBob on Broadway, the quiet, nerdy theater kid with a baby at home? Yep, that's him. Ethan had been married to Lily J., his high school sweetheart. They'd been together for over a decade. They got married in 2018, welcomed their first child in 2022, and she even moved to the UK with him so he could film Wicked. She left her life behind, literally moved across the world, to support his dream. Then the news dropped. Ariana and Ethan were allegedly dating, and just days later, Ethan filed for divorce. Lily? She was blindsided, completely, and she said so, loud and clear. Ariana's the story. My family is just collateral damage. This is one of the saddest days of my life. She went full raw mom mode. She didn't drag Ariana by name, but she didn't have to. The public got the message. Ethan left his wife and newborn for Ariana Grande. And fans? They turned on him, fast. Because while Ariana was getting cute photos in makeup trailers and dropping breakup bangers, Lily J was stuck holding the baby, literally and figuratively. So was Ethan a victim of Ariana's chaos? Or did he blow up his own life for 15 minutes of pop star fantasy? Either way, the damage was done. The internet turned on them, hard. As soon as the Ariana plus Ethan headlines hit, the internet exploded, and not in a good way. Fans weren't just surprised, they were pissed, because, let's be honest, both of them looked so messy. Ariana had just filed for divorce. Ethan's wife had just given birth. The timeline was tight, the optics were awful, and nobody was buying the "we started dating after the breakups" story. Within hours, Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok were flooded with reactions. Ariana was instantly labeled a homewrecker. Some fans even accused her of having a thing for taken men, pointing to past relationships. One comment went viral. Ariana Grande doesn't date men. She collects them. And Ethan? He was dragged from SpongeBob to Spineless in 0.5 seconds. Even Wicked fans were mad. People started worrying that the drama would overshadow the film, and that Ariana's mess would tank its credibility. But the worst part? No one, and I say no one, believed this was going to last. The public had already seen the pattern. Ariana falls fast, loves hard, then drops them in a song. And Ethan? He looked like a placeholder from day one. Ariana dropped an album, and all the receipts were in the lyrics. Ariana didn't do a tell-all. She didn't give interviews. She didn't have to, because Eternal Sunshine and its deluxe edition basically told us everything. At first listen, the album sounds like a breakup record. But once you dig in, it's obvious this isn't just about Dalton Gomez. It's about Dalton, Ethan, the divorce, and everything in between. On the track Eternal Sunshine, she sings, "I showed you all my demons, all my lies, yet you played me like Atari." And on We Can't Be Friends, "You lied and I handled it badly." Fans immediately pointed at Dalton, especially after insiders said he'd been unfaithful and made body-shaming comments during their marriage. So yeah, she aired that out. But then came the deluxe drop. That's when people really raised their eyebrows. Some of her songs suddenly had a different energy. Not anger, not betrayal, regret, guilt, confusion. These didn't sound like Dalton breakup songs. They sounded like Ethan songs. Fans started piecing it together. Did she already dump him? Was she processing the end of that relationship while still promoting it? And the biggest sign, she never mentioned Ethan, not once during promo, and he didn't show up at a single event. It was giving soft launch the romance, soft delete the man. So yeah, she didn't say much, but if you were listening, she said everything. The fallout, and Ethan's the one who lost it all. Now that the smoke has cleared, let's talk about where everyone landed. Dalton Gomez? Quiet. Low profile. Rumored to be dating again. He didn't post thirst traps, didn't drag Ariana publicly, just disappeared like a man who knew he dodged something messy. Lily J? She got the public on her side. She kept it classy but direct. No long interviews, just a couple of quotes that cut deep. Ariana? She walked away with an album, a deluxe version, a pending movie release, and a rebrand. Blonde. Slimmer. Giving cold, controlled, "Don't ask me about that" energy. She didn't need to explain anything. She let the lyrics do the damage. And then there's Ethan. He lost the wife, the baby's first year, whatever career goodwill he had. Now, he's stuck as that guy who left his wife for Ariana Grande and maybe got dumped off camera. He's still playing Bach in Wicked, sure, but fans barely care. He's not a star, he's a headline. And after Wicked and Wicked 2, he'll be the footnote in a pop star's messy love era. The real question is, did he ever think this was going to last? Because Ariana's done this dance before. But Ethan? He threw his whole life away for a role he was never cast to keep. So, what was this, really? Let's stop pretending this was a love story. Ariana Grande was done with her marriage. Ethan Slater was deep in one. Both of them were in chaos. And somehow, that chaos led to one of the messiest PR disasters either of them has ever been in. Was it love? Maybe. Was it impulsive? Absolutely. But was it ever going to last? Come on, Ariana has a history. She falls hard, fast, and always moves on. Ethan was just the next stop on the timeline. Maybe she needed comfort. Maybe she needed an escape. But once she had her album, her healing arc, and her fresh blonde era, she didn't need Ethan anymore. And Ethan? He walked into the storm thinking he was the main character. He wasn't. He was a placeholder, a plot device, a headline. And now, he's the guy who gave up everything for a girl who ghosted him in deluxe tracks. So what was this? It wasn't true love. It wasn't a forever. It was just Ariana's exit plan. And he? He was the getaway car. The getaway car always gets left behind. So Ariana got the clean break. The album, the reinvention, the sympathy. She walked out of one marriage and into another man's life. And when that stopped serving her, she disappeared again. No statements, no confirmations, no explanations. Just lyrics that said too much and a silence that said even more. Meanwhile, Ethan Slater is stuck holding the pieces of a life he blew up for someone who might have never planned to stay. No wife, no home, no public support. just a role in a movie where he's not even the star. And the real question isn't, are they still together? It's, was there ever really a they to begin with? Because Ariana has always been the main character. Everyone else? Temporary cast. So if this was all just another scene in her cinematic life, then Ethan, he was just the getaway car. And the thing about getaway cars is they never make it to the final shot.